welcome back again to your biology class. I hope all of you are fine. So this is the first video session of a new chapter, that is chapter 4, classification of animals. Okay, so open your biology book and open page number 39 and carry a pencil with you. Okay, so in the previous chapter, that is chapter 3, you learnt about the different criteria of classification of organisms, and this chapter is mainly focused on the classification of animals. Now, the kingdom Animalia, or the animal kingdom, it is the largest kingdom, right? It is the largest group among the living organisms. It has been categorized into different groups based on various features of animals. For example, body symmetry, body cavity, and body wall, etc. Okay. In the traditional system, however, animals are divided into two major groups, and these two major groups are based on the presence of backbone or the absence of backbone. Now, these two groups are invertebrates and vertebrates. So on the basis of the presence or absence of the backbone, animals can be divided into two major groups. They are invertebrates and vertebrates. So what do you mean by invertebrates? Invertebrates includes those animals that do not possess a backbone. Okay, so it includes those animals who do not possess a backbone. For example, snail, starfish, liver fluke, etc. Okay, and what do you mean by vertebrates? It includes the animals in which backbone is present. Okay. For example, frog, parrot, lizard, human beings, many examples are there. Okay, so this is all about the invertebrates and vertebrates. Now we will learn about the classification of invertebrates. Okay, students, look at the board. This is the classification of invertebrata. Now the invertebrates, they are divided into mainly 8 groups or phyla. 8 phyla. Okay, we can see here. Phylum Porifera, phylum Nidaria, phylum Platyhelminthes, phylum Nematoda, phylum Annelida, phylum Arthropoda, phylum Mollusca, and phylum Echinodermata. These are the 8 groups or 8 phyla. Phyla is the plural term. Okay, so these are the 8 groups or 8 phyla of invertebrates. In this video session, we will be talking about the first phylum, phylum Porifera. Okay, and then we will learn about the rest 7 phyla. So let's begin. Okay, students, look at the board. The first phylum, that is phylum Porifera. They are called pore bearers. Why they are called pore bearers? Because their body consists of numerous pores. Here you can see numerous porous structures, right? And each pore contains an opening that is called operculum. So the body of the Porifera consists of a hollow tube with numerous pores. These pores are called ostia. These pores are called ostia through which water along with the food is drawn into the body. And here you can see osculum. What is osculum? Osculum is a large aperture that we can observe in the organisms of phylum Porifera, through which the water is expelled out. Okay, through these ostia, the water along with the food substances, they drawn into the body, and through this osculum, which is a bigger aperture, through this osculum, water is expelled out from the body of the sponges. Sponges are mainly included in this phylum Porifera. Okay, and the structure of this Porifera, see, it is vase-like, round or branched, and they are mainly non-movable. So they are non-motile and they are attached to some support. Okay, pores are present all over the body, and their skeleton is made up of calcareous spicules. Now calcareous means containing calcium carbonate. Okay, and what are these spicules? A network of canals composed of cells which contain tiny needle-like formations of silica. They are called the spicules. Okay, so the skeleton of Porifera, it is made up of the calcareous spicules or siliceous spicules or spongin fibers. Okay, and the reproduction is by asexual as well as sexual methods. Some examples of phylum Porifera, you can also see the pictures in the screen. They are Cycon, Euspongia or the bath sponge, Venus flower basket, freshwater sponge or Spongilla. Mainly sponges are included in this phylum. Okay, so this is all about the phylum Porifera. Okay students, here we end today's biology class. I hope all the concepts are clear. Still, if you have any confusions or any queries, you need to ask me. Take care, stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.